What's up guys, it's Mike, back with another video here today. To no one's surprise, we're talking about the pro versus casual debate. Again, the incident that rekindled this debate wasn't very big, but then again, it was big enough to make Nicewig respond like this.
This is fucking stupid. We play at two different levels. There's fucking people who work 9 to 5s and come home and they want to fucking play and not try. Then there's motherfuckers like me who want to try every fucking game. So until that fucking bridge is fucking gapped, we're never gonna stop complaining. So everyone shut the fuck up. Stop calling each side fucking idiots. You're all fucking idiots. We just have two different experiences in gaming. GG's.
So clearly big enough because he does not react that way very often. I encourage you to check out the video, but to me, it's hard to blame pro players for something that was clearly not their fault. Let's start with the Kraber nerf. Of course, we know that for ages the pros have been complaining and griping and crying about the Kraber being in their competitive games. They wanted the Kraber taken out of their lobbies because it has the potential to completely swing a fight, and it's more or less up to RNG. It's where you land, where the care pack is, what that care package has. It's too much to RNG. That weapon is so powerful. They were advocating for it to be taken out of the lobbies, but only their lobbies. I don't think a single pro had talked about removing the Kraber from actual lobbies, even ranked. People were fine. It was strong enough that it felt rewarding, but you could also fight against it. It felt okay. It didn't feel suppressing. Respawn, under whose discretion, I don't know, but they decided the solution was to nerf the Kraber in all lobbies instead of just taking it out of competitive. Was competitive the reason why they made this change? Maybe. I don't know. It's hard to say. But sure as hell, it was not what the players were asking for. Kraber isn't what they wanted. It's very clear to tell. And then the next thing that Respawn changed without the pros asking for, self-res. It was out of competitive lobbies. The pros didn't really have to deal with it. They got their way previously. But people in the high-level ranks, Predators, Masters, and the pro players who were obviously among those high-level players were asking for the self-res to be removed from ranked. Just because with the new rank system, it creates a lot more end games, and those create absolute havoc when their self-res is active. And in response to that, maybe, hard to tell why they did this, but Respawn decided to take it out completely from the game, and that's where, people like LuckyChappy are blaming the pros and saying, well, you guys complained, and then they changed the self-res. They took it completely out of the game because of you. Well, that's not fair to say, because, again, I don't think anybody advocated for the removal of self-res, not just in ranked. Even just Masters Predator lobbies, if they took it out, that would be a solution. Instead, Respawn took it out of every lobby, which was not what anybody wanted, not what the pro players wanted. And then finally, the final change that I think that LuckyChappy sort of vaguely alluded to was the ranked reloaded changes and the state of ranked, because a lot of pro players were really happy with Season 13 was the launch of ranked reloaded, and they were very happy with the changes, and it was applauded. So I guess the logic is because Season 13 Ranked Reloaded was good and the pro player liked it, they are now responsible for everything that happens to Ranked, because Respawn, since the launch of Ranked Reloaded, has made two different changes. Each split basically has made a change each split across all ranks, and it's not what the pro players want. It's the opposite of what high-level players want as well. They've changed the KP values, and then they've also just completely this season taken out diminishing returns, which turns ranked, especially with Kings Canyon, to a little bit of a kill race. Lobbies are dying out really quickly. People aren't living to the end games, which in Season 13, it was really fun to get those end games, and the pros really had a lot of fun with it. And also the matchmaking sucks, and that's not the pros' fault. The pros didn't ask for platinum players to be thrown into Predator lobbies as soon as they hit Platinum 4. But to be blamed for that, I don't think, none of those things is fair. I would think that the state of ranked currently is the opposite of what a pro player wants, and to just blame them for that just blindly is ludicrous. Chappy's video, I think he's a great creator, but his video had unfortunately a lot of whataboutisms. It was really close to a us versus them kind of video, where it really felt like he was just riling people up for no reason. Wasn't really clear what he was referring to when he was talking about this change. I don't think he referred to any change whatsoever. When I first saw the video, I was sort of left asking myself, what change is he referring to? It was kind of verbal clickbait, just kind of, you know, a little bit meant to rile people up, unfortunately. But that's the state of social media, unfortunately. People are always going to get very easily riled up when we bring up the pros versus casual debate. You know, who's ruining Apex? Oh my god, is it pros, is it casuals? Who? People are always going to get riled up because there's a huge number of casuals in the community, and that's a fantastic thing. And there's a very, very small number of pros, but the thing about that is a lot of those pros are content creators, and you're going to see their opinions a lot. So if you're going to see their opinions a lot, it feels like they're yelling almost, right? You see it a lot. You know, it feels like you're seeing this opinion all the time. They're crying about this and that and complaining about this, but it's really not that much because you're not seeing the Jim Bob Casual's opinion about every single thing, but you're seeing PvP, who brings up a lot of the issues in the game. You're seeing a lot of these content creators who you know, rely on Apex and also have a responsibility and you know, feel a responsibility to help make the game better. And you know, casuals and pros are unfortunately never really going to get along because they have conflicting goals. The casuals in the community, I'm pretty borderline casual, honestly, but I do make content, so that's why I'm borderline. But their goals is just to come home from work or come home from whatever they're doing on the weekends, on the evenings, and just play, have fun, and fry out. That's their main concern. They want to have fun on their characters. They want to have fun on their guns. They want to succeed in games. And pros are concerned about, you know, their play at the highest level. They're concerned about running a successful business. They're concerned about making content on the side. They're concerned about a ton of different things. And they, again, really feel responsible for the fate of Apex and the state of it and where we could go wrong or what we could do differently. And on Respawn's end, they are in a really, really tough spot of trying to balance the game to make sure it is fun on the limited time that people have to play, and also competitive at the highest level. Like, two different games, and I sort of wish they did just kind of separate the lobbies, take Kraber's, take Selfres out of just, you know, the high-level ranked lobbies or the highly competitive ALGS-style tournament lobbies, right? So if they just took it out of that, I think it would be a lot less impactful. But I also think the pros reacted so strongly to LuckyChappy's video because they felt a little bit alienated by him. He's vaguely referring to them being responsible for the kind of not very good changes in Apex recently, and in my opinion that's a fair response because we clearly see that they are not responsible for, maybe there's one pro out there that wanted these changes, but to say that all pros are responsible for ruining Apex is, to say the very least, unfair. This is the end of the video. Thank you so much if you made it this far. We are pushing for 1,000 subscribers by the end of the summer. It's a big goal, but I hope you see value in this channel and can help us out. If you want to see more of my short form stuff, you can find me on TikTok, stereoomike, or you can also check out my shorts here on YouTube as well. See you guys later, and there's going to be a new video next week.